Hi everyone, welcome back to Stop to 43. My name is Dio. Today we have a new guest. He is the founder of CMG. He is the CEO of CMG. He's a minister of God. He's a motivational speaker of the youth. His name is Brother David Bollie. Thank you. Hi everyone, welcome back to Stop to 43. My name is Dio, and today I'm not presenting myself. I'm here with my co-host Anais Tegani. Finally, she made it today, and today we have a new guest. We have a new guest today. He is the founder and CEO of CMG. He's a motivational speaker for the youth. His wife calls him a mighty man of God, a mighty man of war, a mighty man of valor. His name is Brother David Bollie.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
How you doing, man of God?
I'm doing great. It is exciting to be here. It's exciting to be here on this platform, this opportunity that's given. I hope that I inspire young people. And if you're watching this, just know that your life will never be the same again. I hope and pray that you'll listen to the words that we're expressing here, the questions that's going to be asked. Don't take it to heart. Don't take it personally. Use it to get on that springboard to your next level. So looking forward. Let's get it started.
Okay. So, Brother David, you are the founder and CEO of CMG.
Yes, sir, I am.
So, can you tell us the meaning? What does it stand for, CMG?
CMG stands for Covenant Management Group. I coined the word when several years ago when I came to this country. My mother wrote an 8-page letter or something I wanted to get done, and she looked me in the eye and said that I couldn't get it done. I was not ready. So, but my relationship with Christ has always been a motivating factor behind everything that I do, and I wanted something that represented Him when my company grows. So since I have a covenant with Him, I wanted that to be front and center. So that's why I named it Covenant Management Group. It's a management group, but I have a covenant, and my covenant is with God. So that's, in a nutshell, what it is.
Well, what is the inspiration behind the name?
The inspiration behind the name comes from my struggles as a Christian in this walk, and me learning to understand what my call or purpose is in this life, and God constantly reminding me of who I was. And when I came to that knowledge of knowing that, no, hey, He is saying that He has a covenant for me. He has a covenant with me. And a covenant is not like a contract. A contract can be voided at any time. A covenant is everlasting, it's eternal. That's where I say, you know what, then I have to, everything that I birth has to be a covenant with God. So why not just name the company Covenant, so God knows that I'm representing Him in everything that I do, because I can speak for my integrity, but the name itself should just speak for itself. So that's why I name it that.
Wow. Wow. So do you have a lot of artists? Are you looking for any other artists, or you just working with Sister Grace right now?
Well, honestly, I pushed back on a lot of artists when I first started out, because when I formed my company, that was not to be a music company, but the opportunity presented itself where Grace was right there and she needed to be managed. And I thought to myself, well, with my background in management, branding, and marketing, why not take this project on and do it? So, but I pushed back on other artists because I wanted to make sure that I could execute right, that I could get her to the place she wanted to go. And hey, long story short, after her album release, my DM is full of music that I've not listened to yet. I have 3 artists here in the Atlanta area who are interested. I sent up some contracts, but I still have to groom them, because one of the things is I want them to be confident in what they want to do. When they're confident in it, then they can get it done. And at the end of the month, I'm going to be flying to Seattle. So probably before the year ends, then it'll be Grace plus 5 or 4 more artists to say. So who's to say? But I want to change the norm, you know? I want to change it. I want to be that management company that come out here and make artists just dream and experience their dream, however way they see it. Hey, if they're ready to run across this river with me, I'm not ready, but we will run across this river together. So, yeah.
Interesting. So we are gonna come back to that subject. I think we're gonna take a day to talk about it.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, let's get in the subject now. Today we are talking about the youth, the next generation, and we are talking about understanding the youth. I know it's not easy to understand
Phew.
young people.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Not.
It's not. It's not easy. But brother David, you are a motivational speaker
Yes, sir.
of the youth, and you mentor a lot of young people. You mentor a lot of young people, and is it easy
To be honest with you, no, it's not.
understand them?
No,
Is
it's
it
not.
really easy to understand?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not easy. It's a hot seat, I call it. It's like you're sitting in a hot seat and it's burning you, but you can't get out of the seat because that's the only chair that you have available, so you have to sit in it. So it's not. It's tough. It's challenging. It's not going to kill you, but it is. It's something that you have to wear on your sleeve 24/7. So it is.
Well, a lot of young people today go through stuff
Mhm.
and they don't want to share it. They don't want to talk about it. Why do they keep it for themselves?
Well, because they do not trust the people who they would consider as parents. They don't trust the people who they would consider as leaders, the aunties, the uncles, the older brothers and sisters. They don't have the confidence in them because they've seen them screw up so many times. And when I think about myself as a young child and me wanting somebody to listen to me with all of my messed ups, my bad stuff I did, I couldn't find none. When I wanted somebody to hear that I'm trying to do this, I was always told, go sit there, go do this. You can't do this, you can't do that, So that in itself, going back to the question, then motivated me to say, you know what, then somebody ought to be the one to listen. If you look at our society today, we're missing guidance counselor. Where are they? You're supposed to be guiding people. The child is not supposed to become, or a young person is not supposed to become you. They're supposed to become a better version of themselves. So these kids they don't trust you. If I'm going to speak to you about something, then you have to come to my level to understand what it is that I'm talking about. I'm not asking you to play a video game with me. I'm not asking you to drink popsicle or Capri Sun. But I'm asking you to understand that if I ask you something, or if I tell you about something, that you can hold a conversation with me without getting upset with me, without getting turned off by me, without thinking that I don't know. Well, I may not know your time, but I understand my time and I know my time. So that's where the problem is. The confidence is not there and the trust is definitely not there with young people.
So many of young people today, they are bullied in school. They go to the park, they're bullied. In the neighborhood, they are bullied. So all of this cause them to conform to a lot of things against their will. What can you say about this?
If you're a young person and you're out there and you're being bullied or you're part of bullying people, I'll tell you, you need to stop immediately. That's wrong. You was not put on this earth to be bullying people. You're not a dominatrix, I understand in the city of the blind, one-eyed man's the king, but that's not it. And if you go back and really read the history on some of these people who are being bullied, or they're bullying people, they were once bullied themselves. And it stopped with the parents. It stopped with the parents. It stopped with the siblings at home. It started in your family. It started in your community before it transferred over. You must have seen somebody at one point in time do it, so you thought that was acceptable. You either saw your daddy bully your mommy, or your mommy bully your... It's real. And kids grow up in this kind of environment that forms a part of who they are, and they take it out there. And that's why it needs to stop. Now we got the psychologists and all of these so-called experts saying, oh, if we just have this in place. No, stop. If the kid knew who they were and who they represent, then they will conform to that. Like I said, if you're a Johnson, then you'll know that you represent the Johnson family. If you go to the park, if you go to school, you act like a Johnson every time you're there. If you're a Thompson, you act like a Thompson. But however, if the Thompson family, all they do is fight and yell and curse all the time, guess what? When I go outside, I'm gonna act like a Thompson. I'm a curse, I'm a yell, I'm gonna act up. Because that's all I saw growing up. So the bullying themselves, they start in the family, the core of the family, the structure of the family. And then the kids get out there. What makes a kid brave to go take gun and go to school and go shoot up somebody? What did you allow? Jesus said in Matthew 19:16, suffer not the little children to come unto me, for such is the kingdom of heaven. The parents themselves, they're all children. They don't know better, so you can't give somebody something you don't have. So if you're not teaching somebody something they ought to have, then what do you expect? Are you waking up your child every morning and say, I love you, look, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're a smart kid, you're a smart child. Go out there today and go make a difference. Learn everything the teacher teach you. Don't let nobody tell you. If you instill that, but we're too busy trying to get for ourselves. Parents, I'm talking to you. You're too busy trying to get for yourself, thinking that you're taking care of the kids. Oh, I gotta go pay these bills. It's not about the bills. What about the kids? They need somebody to listen to. Mom, your kids need to hear you. You're tired when you come home. And all you do, oh, you didn't throw the trash out. Instead of telling the child or getting annoyed with them, don't bully the child. What do I mean by that? You don't have to yell. Explain to them that if the trash sit in the house, there's gonna be pests, there's gonna be roaches, there's gonna be ants. Yeah. So therefore, we're gonna get sick. So please help us take care of it. Explain to them as if to say, hey, look, I'm counting on you to do your part. Bullies don't count on people. They're just trying to do something because somebody did it to them and they thought it's okay, it is acceptable to get it done. No, it's not. We need to stop it. We need to stop it. America needs to stop bullying other countries. Communities need to stop bullying other countries. African society, Western society, we need to stop this and stop sweeping it under the rug. People get bullied in church. It happens everywhere. Who's addressing those issues? When it becomes a norm, then the kids start taking it to wherever they go. People get bullied on the job. It happens. People get bullied out there. Everywhere you go. Even in your own home room with your friend. Your big brother bullied you at one point in time. Yes, this is happening. But those issues are not being addressed. All you're doing is you're grooming somebody else to become. Nobody just snaps and says, oh, I'm going to be a killer today. I'm going to be a drug dealer today. I'm going to be this person today. I'm going to be a stripper today. This is all you do something. African parents, yes, I'm talking to you. You come home, you're holy in church on Sunday, and you're in the room, you're playing CNN, and then you're telling the kid to go get your beer. And you're not asking him nicely, you're telling him go get the beer. Go get my beer. You're a bully. You're playing down below, but then you get to church the following Sunday, now all of a sudden you're supposed to be, you're teaching somebody to be something you want them to be. So how do we stop this? It has to start back the way God wanted it to start. Inside the family, the whole structure of a family. That's what the family has to be structured, where there's the leader. Being a man doesn't make you a leader. No. Jesus said, if you abide in me and my word, whatever you ask, then, meaning if you ask God, okay, here's my children, here's my wife, look, I'm getting up, I'm gonna go speak to my children. You know, not to veer off topic, there's something scientific I saw recently on the internet, and they had two sets of plants. One, the guy kept speaking positive things and the other plant, he started saying negative stuff too. Both of those plants reacted when they were growing. One of the plants looked deformed and one looked good. The one that was, so words are spirits. So bullying is something that is being said to people. If you tell your kid, look at you, you're good for nothing. What do you expect? If I'm good for nothing, I'm going to school and everybody's going to be good for nothing. I have nothing to live for. And that's it. We need to stop. But you tell that kid, look, you're brilliant, man. No, I don't want you to be the next LeBron James. I want you to be the next Jacob this, Jacob that, Johnson. I know you can do it. Like, me? But every day, that positive reinforcement. We're not doing it, but don't just tell them you have to live it. Go get your own beer. If you want to listen to Don't Blow, keep the kids away. Don't bully your kids when visitors come over. Let the kids come and say hi. And then you can, hey, look, come say hi. But we got to change society, man. Or your kids tell you, I want to play basketball. I didn't bring you to, I bring you to this country to become a doctor. You are a bully. You are bullying the kids. What if that's what God put in that child's heart to become that person? What if that person loves to swim? And you're going to stop that? You are a bully. So there's different forms of it. And we need to stop. Husbands, stop bullying your wife. Stop. Let your wife be her. She's a woman. She wants to look beautiful. Let her be. Wives, I know we're here talking about the young people, but it starts from there, because the parents, those DNA is the one that trickles down into the offspring, and then the offspring becomes the part of those two people, right? Stop bullying your husband. It just, but we need to stop it. It's not acceptable. Yep. It's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
Interesting.
So, why do young people feel comfortable going to
Oh my goodness.
going to church?
In my experience with young people, I can only speak for myself. One of the reasons why they feel comfortable going to the club versus going to church is because that's where they feel comfortable. They feel comfortable. They people listen to them. They're accepted. If they mess up, nobody's telling them go sit over there. Oh, you don't look cute. You don't look this way. You don't look that. Everybody's just willing to have a good time and just enjoy and let them be themselves. Whether they roll over or pass out, whatnot, everybody's just, they may not even look their finest and, oh, you look beautiful. Everybody need that. Whereas you come to church, oh, you're constantly being told you're not doing good. You don't pray as much. God's gonna punish you. God, what? You're not God's messenger. That's the Holy Spirit. If you're not the Holy Spirit, then start telling people that. Church needs to be exciting to the point where a young person leaves church and, wow, I didn't know God loved me. Besides everything I do, God loved me. Before I was even born, He loved me. God loved me. God loves my daddy. God loves my mommy. And because He loved them, that's how He brought me into this world. Church need to be so inviting, so invigorating that a young person leaves church and is happy. We need to create an atmosphere around church where it's not boring. Churches have become so stagnant, so boring. You hear the same person say the same thing every single Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. We see the same people. Put the young people there. Get them to be ushers. Give them a day to minister. Get another young person. Let them see themselves standing on stage like, oh my goodness, Adam, this dude who can't even clean his room is standing over there preaching? Oh, I can do that too. They got to be able to see people as their equal who are doing it, and then it has to come down to their level.
Then it becomes interesting.
It becomes interesting to them. And then when it becomes interesting, then they have something to look forward to. We have prayer every day when we get home. Daddy, you were just cursing somebody the other day, and here you are, ready to have Bible studies with me at home? Are you kidding me? Dude, you're fake. Young people nowadays, they don't like the truth being pacified. Say it just like it is. They will love you more if you can just say the truth.
Be real with them.
Be real with them. Keep it 100% real. The churches, not all churches, but we're hiding the truth. We're telling people, oh, God has a wonderful plan. And the kids are like, how? Well, tell me. Because this plan don't exist when I get home. They're about to whoop my butt. What is this wonderful plan God has for me? And now how do I see myself? If you woke up every day feeling confident about yourself, man, can't nobody tell you nothing. It don't matter what your boss say at work. Like, man, please, I'm just going to do my 8 hours. I'm going home. Then think about the kid. Not only does he have to depend on you to feed him, clothe him, and take care of him, but you're beating him down. Then you go to church, you're a different person. He's seeing 2 different people every day. It's like, no.
Doesn't know
then
who's
church,
real.
Yeah. I go to church and I'm seeing you lift up holding hands and they're whispering. Auntie is crying. Didn't she fight somebody at that party we went to? We need to stop it. Our kids are watching too many things happening that is not a reflection of what church stands for, and that's why they're resisting the church. We need to stop. Jesus preached the gospel to the poor people, the rich people, the armed robbers, the drug dealers. Church is not just for people who dress nice. Church is not just for people who go to regular church. It's for everybody. The Bible says, well, come as you are. And we've turned away from come as you are. Young people need to feel love. Our generation is dying off because we're thinking it's our generation. No. They're constantly battling. You got the effects of social media, technological advances, and their friends are doing things that we live in a world right now where it's self-gratification. Me, what about me? My friends look good. My friends got Jordans. My friends got this. But you're not explaining to your kids the processes. All that glitters is not gold just because it looks good. It's not. You're not explaining to them. You're telling them they can't do it. We need to create an opportunity where kids in church can hang out around one another and support one another. Like we were talking, activity, build the activity around them. If you build the activity for them, it's like you teaching a person how to fish every day. You take them, I'm gonna teach you how to fish. I'm gonna teach you how to fish. Well, after you taught them, you gotta back up a little bit. They will make mistakes, just like me and you made mistakes. And if you're a young person out there, the church love you. Maybe the church doesn't know how to show that kind of love, and maybe it's tough love. But maybe you ought to just teach somebody, because love is not a one-way street. Just like you want the church to love you, you want your parents to love you, you want community and society to, you have to love the church right back. You gotta love people, and you gotta learn to listen. Because the people who love you sometimes will tell you the toughest thing you don't want to hear. And that's what love is about. It's about truth. And sometimes the truth hurts.
Interesting.
It is very much possible for young people to follow Christ. And why did I say that? We have to be an example. Why did I get into this? I saw myself as a young child. When I wanted to learn, nobody taught me how to fast. I heard people say it. When I wanted to pray, nobody taught me how to. I see people do it. My interest came from, I wanted to know this person. Young people want to know. And they want to watch. They want to know you're going to care. When I think about the times that I have to go bail people out from jail, when I think about the times that I had to go talk to the parents before the child came in the house, people were ready to throw their kids away. When I think about the times where the child messed up, and I say, it's okay. But 90% of the time, we're not telling them it's okay. This Christian walk does not end in one day. It's a journey. When you're on a journey, sometimes you exit early while you got to refill, right? Well, the kids just took an exit, the wrong exit. We got to be willing to accept them and bring them back. And that starts with positive reinforcement. Don't tell me what Jesus said. Do what Jesus did.
Yeah.
Love your neighbor as yourself. Daddy, love me more than yourself. Because what did Jesus say? The greatest of all gifts is to what? Lay down your life for what? The next person, right? I know you're working, you're doing all of that, but I need you to understand me. Come hang out with some other people. Don't just judge my friends because they got their pants down. That could be the next Bill Gates. Don't just judge me because of the music I'm listening to. The music I'm actually listening to is telling me something. You're not telling me. The music is bringing me into a reality. The culture is bringing me into a reality you don't understand because you choose not to, because you see it as, oh, it's bad. How do you know it's bad? We got kids quitting college, some 21 years or a million years already, just because somebody pull them aside and say, you know what? You're going to be great. You're going to be great. How? We're not listening to understand. We're not preparing them. We're not giving them the people, the tools, and the resources. Are we putting people in their life besides your uncle, your auntie? What are the other people in your life that you can go to and run to when you can't go to the people, your support structure that you know? Who will say, okay, I hear you. Jen, don't do that again. Look, just don't make that mistake next time. Just let me know. Young girl, you know, hey, I understand you like that boy, but it's okay. Yeah, your feelings is gonna come there. Just take it easy. I remember, give your experience. They want to hear what you went through. Don't lie. Oh, boys are bad, but you're married. Oh, boys are bad. You're married. Oh, women are not fit. You're married. We need to stop. Stop it. The young people want to hear from you, but they want to hear the truth. Look, let me tell you, when I was young, here's what I used to do with my parents. They're going to laugh at you. The more you say the things you did when you were younger, They'll be like, oh, so I see. I see. They don't want to understand you. Can they follow Christ? It's easy to follow Christ. Christ never forced himself on nobody. What the church is trying to do today, we're trying to administer a drug by force. Tie your hands, handcuff you, and give you a double dose of the Holy Ghost. Well, the Holy Ghost is gentle. He's going to come when he comes. You can't force Christianity on nobody. It's a relationship. It has to be built. So, they can. I think they can. If we just prepare them and teach them and tell them the next generation, prepare them for the future, tell them things to come. If you're speaking to young people, speak to the next things they don't understand. It'll be like, you telling me I'm going to be a billionaire? How? Man, my grades is not good. It's okay now. Albert Einstein failed his first math exam, man. Because of this man, today we got nuclear technology. This man flunked. We got a president today where obviously, I'm not speaking to him. He's got his smart, he just says some things that's just not right. But who are you to tell somebody else that they can't do it? But that's what we're doing to the young people though. Everybody can't stand on the pulpit and be a preacher. That's not what Jesus called us to do. He said preach the gospel. You can preach the gospel by the way you dress, by the programs and platform like we have. Stop 243 TV. By the way you're moderating, the way I'm talking, there's so many ways to project Christ without forcing it. And people will be like, oh my goodness, I didn't know it was like this. This thing is sweet. I want to do this. And then they'll do it. They'll do it.
So, can young Christians have fun? For example, going to the beach or
Oh boy.
restaurant, hang out with friends?
If anybody's watching from church, look, now I'm just playing. Look, yes, I think young people ought to do it. We live in a modernized world that is so sophisticated. This is the new technology. These are the things that it's in the Bible. The Bible said in the last day, why? Knowledge will increase. It did also warn that people will be what? Lovers of themselves. God also went on to say, if you go in Joel 2:26, the last day I'll pour my spirit upon all flesh. Your young man will do what? Dream dreams. Vision. What is this dream? What if my dream is I want to go hang out with my friends on the beach? Hanging out on the beach doesn't make you a pothead. It doesn't make you less of a Christian. It's a thing to do. Back in some places, maybe, okay, let's say for Africa, where I'm from. People went to the village, Water Creek, you went to bath. You play on the village square. You did those things. People play in the neighborhood. If you keep telling somebody don't do this, they're gonna resist. Every man was born free. And it's in your nature to do what you want to do, what you would like to do. If people tell you don't do it, I think Christians ought to go to the beach. I think Christians ought to go wherever they choose to go. Now, here's the thing. As long as you stay who you are. Christianity is a fun thing, man. Jesus, oh my goodness. I think he jokingly joked with the disciples. Here you guys, I'm over there fasting and praying, you guys are sleeping. Look, Jesus went to a wedding. Jesus was out and about preaching the gospel with people who did not fit the description. So young Christians, young Christians should look young, beautiful. The women should look exceptional. The guys should look dapper up. They should look wonderful. How else are you to project something to people who are not used to it if it don't look beautiful? If it looks boring, then who wants to do something boring? So every day we just wear one uniform. Like maybe we're in North Korea. We just wear the same suit every day. We just wear that suit. Or maybe in Congo, the suit, we just wear that. At some point in time, that's it. Or you just eat the same food every day. Eventually you're gonna get tired. You gotta spice it up. We gotta spice up church. Yeah. Christians to the club? No. Can Christians have party? Yeah, you can have a Holy Ghost party. Christian sisters can sit together and have a time of their life and talk about things that pertains to them. And it's therapeutic. Young women are to form groups, go on vacation, travel together, and go travel. Okay, how are you supposed to be in a Christian marriage if you've never done none of these things? Then you find out the one person who's exposed is wanting to do it, but you don't want to do it because all your life you were told, You just go to church. No, the church is just a building. The church is actually you and me. So young Christians, oh man, it's a whole movement. You know, Christians are supposed to be photographer, musicians, volleyball player, basketball player, soccer player. We're supposed to be everywhere. That's what he said, go into the world. He didn't say how we get there. He just said go. So if you love to sing, be you. Like, here I am. This is me. And that's the beauty about Christianity, diversity. What really matters is what God sees in our heart, man. We can really enjoy this. We can have fun like we're having fun. I'm enjoying it. You see, you can tell my passion because this is what I love to do. I just want to talk about what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is my walk. But I'm not going to force it down anybody's throat. No, stop.
Why is it that we don't see young preachers?
Oh my goodness. The reason why we don't see young preachers today is because nobody put a plan together. It's like a dynasty. So for example, dear, if you're a pastor, your child now is set up to inherit the throne once you are retired. Well, did God call you and your son, or he just called you? Just because you're the pastor's kid, it don't automatically qualify you to become a preacher. No, that's not what God said. So the person who are in waiting, if you look at Saul and David, right? The people choose. God said, okay, you can have what you want.
Choose, man.
I've given you a leader. I've anointed a leader. And that's where the problem is. We got too many people on the pulpit who are politicians. Look, I'm controversial. I like to say the truth. Who weren't called. It's not their place. Could they be deacon? Could they be youth pastors? Or could they be ushers? Yeah, they could pretty much do that. And then the gentle ones who are called are not in the place, rightful place. And then it turned people off. Like, I can't sleep at night because this voice is in my ear telling me, you're going to serve me, you're going to serve me. And then you're going to stop it. I give you the perfect example of Grace. Grace was running for a long time because she didn't think it was her. God told me, like, look, this is what you got to do. She wanted to pray this day. Spirit God blinded her eyes. She could not see the. She called me. She was crying. I'm like, okay. I said, what happened? I keep asking you, you okay? You told me you were fine. He's telling me I got to do his. He said, until I do his work. She had no peace at work until she started to get into the studio. But then you think about how many other people that just buries theirs, they buried it inside. They come every day and they're just sitting. But they can be in position to grow, right? David didn't just get up and go through the throne. He had to go play in the palace. So young preachers are out there, but the thing is we're not noticing them because we're not letting the Holy Spirit point them out. You have to fit certain norm. You have to fit certain criteria. Maybe you come to church all the time. Maybe the guy God is calling, maybe that's the guy who was just selling drugs, the other day, the guy who just came out of jail. There's certain places you can't go, I can't go, you can't go. It takes God to take the person that he used in the mud to send him right back. You never hang out with a pig in a pig pen, how would you know? It took somebody who fed them all the time to know what goes on in there. So God take those same people, turn them around and utilize them and send them out. So that's what we're missing today. Young preachers are not motivated no more because Christianity has become a religion. A religion is a thing you do. It's almost like a tradition. You do it every day. Christianity is supposed to be a relationship. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your God with all of your heart and honor him. And that's it. That's the commandment. Jesus broke it down into two. So people are turning off. They think Christianity is boring. I'd rather just go get my job and call it a day. Well, you can go be your job and still be a preacher. It doesn't mean you have to stay on the pulpit. Look, if we continue to sit in our comfort zone, which is the church, we're not going to win no soul. The battle is out there. It's in our neighborhood, it's at our job places, it's in the school, it's in the auditorium, it's in the hallway, it's in the bathroom, it's in the club. I've been places before where, look, it's a party. That's why I don't like to fake it. I'm not drinking, I'm just sitting there. The Bible says by their fruits you shall know them. Your fruit is going to show. And when people come to talk to you, because look, everything is transmissible through the spirit. People will tell, who's this person? Who's this girl? Why is she different? And once you see that bait, that's your opportunity. Everything the world does, it borrows from everybody else. Starbucks has this thing that says, don't miss an opportunity to connect. So the moment you're on there, they're trying to hook you on coffee. But why are we Christians missing an opportunity? You had an opportunity to minister, to touch somebody. But you just let it go because you don't want to offend nobody? Who told you Christianity wasn't offensive? We're here to ruffle some feathers and tell people. You come ask me who I am because I'm sitting quiet, I'm going to tell you. But I'm not going to tell you I'm a Christian. I'm just going to talk things you don't hear. And then it's up to you to say, wait a minute. You know.
So right now we're gonna take a quick break.
Cool.
Yeah, take a quick break. This is a big subject.
Yeah.
I'll take a quick break and we're gonna come back later.
My name is Grace Bollie, African gospel artist, and you are tuning in to Stop 243.
Right, welcome back. We are back here at Stop 243. This is a very interesting subject. We're gonna have Brother David. We're gonna have you back here to talk about this subject. This is really it's a big subject, like I said. We're gonna have you back in the following days. So I'm not gonna keep you for too long. Just gonna ask you like 1 or 2 questions and then we're gonna close up. So today young people feel like they are being judged. Is it true or it's just a way for them to get away from living a godly life?
I say yes and no. Yes, in the sense that I've seen it and experienced it firsthand that, young people feel judged. Now, you gotta keep in mind what they consider as being judged. Because sometimes you may just be telling them the truth. And they feel judged because that's the first thing that came to their mind. Like, you're judging me. I'm not like you, so you're judging me. It's an automatic process. And society is to blame for that because society has divided us into so many different categories: American, African American, West Indies, and all of these different sectors. So when people don't feel like they're a part of something, the first thing they're thinking, you're judging me. So yeah, they feel judged. Now, no, in the sense that because what they actually are hearing is, hey, you need to conform. You need to straighten out. I've been down some of the roads you've been down before, and I'm just telling you, if you keep up this pattern, if you keep going down this road, and I see all of the warning signs, when I screw up, this is what happened, this is what's gonna happen, and they think you're judging them. So they confuse it, but we need to stop at some point inside and say, hey, look, I understand you feel judged, and if you're a parent out there, if you're a young person out there, you're listening, that's where it's important. The moment that word comes out, judge, time out. There need to be an icebreaker. That person who's speaking to that young person need to walk away and come back again. Sometimes it might just be a simple misconception. Somebody just perceives the wrong thing, the way it came across, choice of words. Young people nowadays are sensitive. They're super sensitive. They're in their feelings. They're very super sensitive about whatever they hear. And the old generation, maybe some of us, I don't know if I'm young or old, but we do not know how to filter certain things. It's like, yes, somebody know they need to take a hot shower, but you just throw them there when it's boiling? Come on, that's like, no, nobody wants that. So we need to be able to know what we're approaching. If I was to approach a young person and not make them feel judged, me personally, I would study the young person. I want to know their habits. I want to know what makes them happy. I want to know what makes them sad. What are some of the things they've done? I will only speak to the good part and then eventually lead my way into it. Because the thing is, you can't just come off as being aggressive. First thing, like, oh, you judging me. Because the moment they shut down, that's it. So you got to clear that misconception. That's why I say no, because obviously most older people don't mean any harm. We're just trying to stop them from making the mistakes. But the thing is, they do want to make mistakes. They do. They want to experience it. They want to make the mistakes for themselves so they can learn. Oh yeah, you did tell me. But a young person won't admit to you. They will not admit to you that you were right. The thing is, if you made a mistake, why can't I? That's how they feel. So sometimes it's good to just say, you know what? Let them make the mistake, and then you go there and look, it's okay. Reassure them, it's okay. You know, what do you say to a young girl when she get pregnant? You can't go batter her up. A young man, if he gets arrested, you can't go batter him up. You got to be willing to accept him for who he is and say, you know what? It's okay. It happened that time. Let me tell you about my experience. And then once you give your experience to them or how you messed up before, pause and wait for them to respond. If they don't say anything, that's your answer right there. If they say something, that means they're not buying your story. So it's yes and no. If you're a young person out there and you're battling addiction and depression, bullying, anything that takes you out of the norm, that makes you cry in your bed at night, I feel your pain. I understand where you are. You think that most of us don't care about you. That's not even the truth, the slightest truth. I want you to know there's somebody in your family, somebody in your neighborhood, somebody older than you, or somebody even your own age that is willing to listen and understand you. If you would just open up and not shut yourself in. You know, they say closed mouth don't get fed. If you need help, you need to ask for help. There's so many resources around. And sometimes I know it's scary to go out there and just explain your stuff to strangers. But sometimes you got to take that first step. If you're battling addiction, you're facing things that are beyond your circle of control, you need to take that first step and seek help. And when you take that first step, I'm sure there's somebody just like myself and these young people who have this platform who's willing to help you out. You just got to be brave enough and bold enough to open up. Nobody's going to laugh at you. Nobody's going to judge you. Yeah, I've made mistakes too. I've screwed up. I've messed up. You're not in it alone. We're all striving perfection. We're all one perfection. We all want to be better. Don't blow your life away. There's more to you than you even know. You can be better than Bill Gates, better than Rihanna, Beyonce. You can be the best thing this world ever had. You can kill AIDS. Don't blow that opportunity away. People love you. And just know there's somebody out here just like me who's not sleeping day and night. You just got to find them. You got to reach out for help.
All right. So all the young people out there struggling, reach out for help. Brother David said reach out for help. Brother David, thank you. Thank you so much for coming here. It's Stop to 43 to give these advices. We really like them. Yeah, it was really helpful. We really thank you. Thank you, Anais, for being here. I thank my man behind the camera, the Tribal Sun Film.
Awesome.
Follow him on Instagram. And don't forget to vote for Sister Grace Bollie. Please vote for her. Vote for Mama Mireille Basira. Vote for them. And this is Top 243. And we see you next week. Stay tuned. We have more interesting, guests that are coming next week. Thank you.